Welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy traders. Hope that you guys are ready for the NFP week as Wednesday, very important day as well. As before NFP, we could see significant preparation in the market. So this is a live session that we will be focusing on education as well as trading. I hope that you guys are ready for this big trading week, as NFP week is an important week that we will be focusing on learning, growing, and becoming a better trader. So if you guys are ready, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Let's begin with, first of all, XAU USD, and also we'll be looking at other instruments as well one by one to see what kind of trading opportunity we have. We will be looking at euro dollar as well as GBP JPY, and any instrument if you guys are looking at, also you can let us know in the live chat. We can look at that. So let's see here on XAU USD. First of all, looking at XAU USD, looking at the higher time frame. So looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market in this instrument. Looking at the monthly, first doing the multi-time frame analysis, and then we'll be looking at lower time frame. So this is the monthly price action on XAU USD, starting from here. A strong bounce, pullback. We can see another bounce, pullback, and it is in another impulsive phase currently. After the previous monthly close, we can see that this is where this is the monthly price action, where this is an important level of support here on the monthly, and this is the monthly impulse, and we can see that there is another monthly price action here, and with that monthly price action and the impulse, we can see the price from the monthly perspective on XAU USD is currently strongly bullish at the moment. Now looking at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly perspective here, this is the weekly price action where the market, after this bullish doji, the market is forming series of higher low, and with that series of higher low formation from the monthly weekly perspective, it's a strongly bull market. We can see from here forming that bullish engulfer from the weekly perspective on XAU USD. Looking at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily bullish middleman here, and with that daily bullish middleman, where we can see the market after the gap open from the daily, the price has gone up, and with that bullish move, what we can see that the price currently in an uptrending market structure. Now looking at the 4-hour chart on XAU USD, we can see that this is the 4-hour price action where the market trend is up, and we could see that potential trend continuation in this market. Looking at the 1-hour chart on XAU USD, we can see that this is the 1-hour chart where the price here is, we can see there is an inverted head and shoulder, and with that inverted head and shoulder, a strong breakout, and with that strong breakout, we can see that pullback, a bullish engulfer here, followed by sideways movement, liquidity grab, and the market, we can see that it's in a trend. Now with the trend, what we can see that the price from here, an impulse followed by correction, liquidity grab, forming a bullish engulfer here. And with that bullish engulfer, what we can see the market here, this is the bullish price action here on XAU USD from the 1-hour chart, and what we can see, the price has crossed that low, and we have seen that rejection to the upside, and with the rejection, we can see the price from the 1-hour perspective here is in the bullish impulse. From the 30 minutes perspective, we can see that 15-minute chart here on XAU USD, and the lower time frame, we have seen that breakup structure in that area. Now with that breakup structure, the market here, this is an important level of support, and with that support here, what we can see, the price has crossed that low, and after the cross of this low, the price slowly trying to move back to the upside to create a new higher high. Now looking at the lower time frame, we can see that this is where there was a breakup structure multiple times on XAU USD, and after the breakup structure it managed to bounce and again pull back, again managed to bounce, and we can see the market in this breakup structure where after break of this low the price slowly returning back to the upside to create a new higher high. So looking at the 1 minute chart again to see how the price is evolving in that area. Here is the market, you can see this is a support here, and with that support on XAU USD we can see that this is where the important level of support, and with that support here the price is forming this inverted head and shoulder, and we could see that potential breakout with that inverted head and shoulder in that market. So we'll be looking for that potential entry opportunity. Let's see where the price might be heading from the lower time frame perspective. Here we'll be waiting for the price to potentially move back up to create a new higher high. So let's see how we can find trading opportunity along the way, and with that trading opportunity, this is where a big move, pullback, another move, pullback, we can expect for the market to potentially trend to find out where the price is potentially heading in this market. So lower time frame we can see some sideways movement that we have seen from the 1 hour perspective. Here after break of this low the price we can see retest and then potentially rejection to the upside. We'll see that how far it might be going, and based on that looking for trading opportunity in this market. And in the meantime guys, if you are enjoying the live session, if you guys ready for a big trading week, give a thumbs up here in the live chat and let us know if you are here. Kindly analyze GBP, AUD and GBP and ZD. Yeah, absolutely, welcome Euro USD. Yes, thank you very much for joining this live session, and also absolutely appreciate your support to this channel to find out how we can find the best trading opportunity in the market. And also we are focusing on trading education to see where the market potentially heading. Let's look at the lower time frame, and here is from this support level the market is what we can see here is that the price is forming series of higher low, and with that series of higher low formation from this support level the market is potentially moving back up. Here locally we can see that there is a double bottom formation. With the double bottom the price slowly trying to move in that direction, and here is the resistance line. We'll be waiting to see how the market is evolving, and based on that we will be looking for potential trading opportunity in this market. Thank you very much. Any target price? So still not, we are not entering yet. Once we will find that entry opportunity we will be entering into the trade. So this is what we will be waiting for, a potential entry opportunity. Once we find that we will be looking for entry. Guys, keep in mind that trading is all about patience. Now once you are patient you started to see opportunities, because you know JC Livermore once said that money comes from sitting, not from trading. So it's a metaphor for being patient, because when you are patient you know that exactly when is the entry, and when you are patient you know that this is where the entry opportunity, and when there is no entry we have to wait for the time to come up for us to give that entry opportunity. So with that in mind, in this market we are waiting for the price to show us its hand to find out where the market might be giving us that opportunity. So let's see how the market might be doing, and you can see that this is where, okay, so this is where you can see an impulse correction. The market is in an, if you guys look at it you can see this is an an uptrending market structure, a move correction. Here is the price in that uptrend locally. So looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see that this is a very strongly bull market at the moment. XAUSD, this market potentially we could see the price already in an all-time high, and we might see that the price for long-term picture it's bouncing and moving back in the direction of the major direction of the trend, where we will be looking for that that entry. So here is, you can see that this is the 1-hour chart, and you can see this is the 15 minutes chart here and 5-minute chart. Okay, so what we can see that in this market, this is where support here, support here, support here. Okay, so in that support, this is where the price, if you guys look at it, you can see long wick rejection, and with that long wick rejection, the market has created that structure in that area. What we can expect in this market for the price to potentially to trend in that direction. But what I think that because there is a very strong rejection here, we may see that the market is trending in this direction for some period of time for bigger liquidity grab before it managed to bounce again. So let's look at to find out the best trading opportunity in the market. Looking at the 4-hour chart here, we can see that this is the 4-hour price action where there is a bounce here. Okay, so with that bounce, we can see the narrow pullback, and with the narrow pullback, we can see another bounce. It's the 4-hour chart. It's the 1-hour chart here, and 30 minutes perspective. So we can see that this is the uptrend, an impulse followed by this correction, and we can see another impulse followed by correction. And with that impulse and correction, the market trend is up, and we would like to see that the price is, we can see that it's in a trend, and we will be looking for let's look at to see that where the market might be heading. And lower time frame price action here, we can see that this is an impulse correction. We can see another impulse correction. The market is in an uptrend here, and wanting to see the price is potentially continuing in the major direction of the trend here. So looking at here is the price. If you guys look at it, you can see locally trying to melt in the direction, and want to see the price is potentially heading in the major direction. So let's look at the best trade possible in the market, the best setup. We will be looking at that. Now looking at the 1-hour chart here, and in this 1-hour chart here is an impulse correction, another impulse correction. The market is in an uptrend. We'll be waiting for the price to potentially to move again to the direction of the trend. So let's figure it out. To figure out where we can find entry. At the moment, the best place for us to enter with the trade is when we can see the market is in a trend. So this is the 1 minute chart here, a bullish price action in that 1 minute chart. And with that bullish price action, if you guys look at it, you can see this is the bullish price action here, expecting for the market to trend, to create a new higher high, to find out that where the market potentially heading to. And looking at the 15 minutes perspective, here you can see the market has formed a series of higher low here, and with that series of higher low formation, what we can look at is in this market for the price to creating series of higher low, and so lower time frame we can see that there is a local uptrend here. Okay, so an impulse correction, the market is in an uptrend locally and wanting to see that it's breaking to the upside, potentially to create a new higher high. Looking for that potential entry in that area to find out where we can find trading opportunity. Okay, so here is the market locally trending, and with that local uptrend, would like to see that this is an impulse. This is a bullish impulse. We can see that 1 minute more pullback, another more pullback. It's a local uptrending market structure. And in that local uptrend, we can see some move, expecting for the price to go ahead and to create a new higher high. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. And with that in mind, want to see the market is trending and potentially moving in the direction. Let's look at to find out potentially how the market might be doing here. And 1 minute chart here, we can see that there is an impulse correction. The market is in an uptrend locally. Would like to see an entry. As soon as we will find that entry opportunity, we will be looking for that entry. So look at some okay, so XAU USD lower time frame, some sideways movement might come up. Let's look at the Forex factory calendar to find out where we can see that trading opportunity in this market. Looking at the calendar here, we can see that this is the calendar here, and in that calendar coming up Wednesday. So we are coming later today. There is a dollar news coming, ADP non-farm employment change, and 2 a.m. coming ISM service PMI, and then we can see that GBP coming up tomorrow. So quite a few high impact news coming, and with that news coming up on this, we could see that significant movement in the market. And looking at the lower time frame 5-minute chart, here is from this support we can see that a breakout pullback. The market is in fact in this local uptrend. We'll see where the price might be heading to. Lower time frame price action, we can see that there is some movement here. We'll be waiting for the price to potentially you can see this is a here is the market locally trending here, and in that local trend we'll be waiting for the price to potentially move and then to create a new higher high. So we can see that XAUSD here is where local uptrend. And along with XAUSD, we'll be looking at euro dollar here. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have on euro dollar. We can see that euro dollar from this level here, from this support, there is a strong breakout followed by this pullback, and we can see that another breakout. The market potentially on euro dollar is trending to the upside to create a new higher high. So we can see that in this price action on euro USD, this is where this is a bullish market, followed by this pullback, and we can see another bull market followed by sideways movement, and we can see this price where the price potentially heading to the upside. And with that movement on euro USD, we will be waiting for the price to also show up an entry opportunity here. If you look at the daily chart here, you can see this is the daily impulse followed by another daily move, and we can see that here is the daily price action in that area. And with the daily price action, if you guys look at it, you can see also the market is in this daily movement. From this support level there is a big bounce followed by this pullback, and we can see another bounce followed by sideways movement. What we can expect for this market also potentially to trend in that direction to create a new higher high. So looking at the lower time frame, locally we can see that uptrend, and with that uptrend, lower time frame price action trend, here we can see that it's moving in the direction. Want to see that the market is move pullback, another move pullback, so the price is potentially moving, creating series of higher high and higher low, which where we will be waiting for potentially an entry opportunity once we find that. So looking at XAUUSD here, okay, so looking at the lower time frame on XAUUSD, 15 minutes perspective, lower time frame price action where sideways movement. We'll be waiting for the best trade setup in this market to look for where we can find that trading opportunity. Here is an important level of support, and in that support, this is support here, creating series of higher low, expecting for the market to trend in that direction to create a new higher high. Waiting for a trend on XAUUSD, we can see that this is a sideways movement at the moment here, and with that sideways movement, it's a narrow triangular pattern, and in that narrow triangular pattern, we can see the price in that narrow triangular pattern. We may see that the price breaking to the upside to create a new higher high. Once we find that suitable entry, we will be looking for that entry opportunity, and before we find an entry, just we have to be patient here. As you know that, guys, it's very important that, you know, as a trader, we remain patient, which is essential part of trading. Becoming patient and then looking for an entry as soon as you will find it. So you can see that there is a local breakdown here, and with that local breakdown, okay, so you can see here is the local breakdown, and with the long week drop here, we could see that the market potentially, you can see some rejection coming, and that rejection might lead that price back to the upside to create a new higher high. Multiple liquidity grab. Let's see that where it is heading. And in that multiple liquidity grab, for us, for an entry, I'd like to see that the market trend is very aggressive, and then we can look for that entry. This is where we can see this is a price action where a support here, and this is an important level of support. This is an important level of support where, as the market is an important level of support, we could see the price, you know, would like to see it has broken below to that level here. We'll be waiting for that entry opportunity to see how we can find that entry. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. So here is a bullish price action in that area with a bullish move. Expecting for this market, we might see now some short-term uptrend to that level. Looking at the 4-hour, as the market is approaching the 4-hour resistance, I will not be entering because it's an important level of resistance. We might see some rejection sideways currently still, and we will be waiting for suitable price action confirmation here in this market. Would like to see how the price might be doing in that area. Take a break. Guys, hope that you are enjoying. Okay guys, so yep, come back. All right, so let's look at the moment where the price could be heading now. Again, XAUSD, we can see the lower time frame a little bit in a sideways movement, but expecting potentially trend, as we have seen that quite a few sessions in a very strong trend, currently in a pullback. So I'm deleting all those lines to freshly look at the market. Is always look at, best to look at the beginner mindset, which is very important when you are looking at a market. It's essential that you always look at from the beginner mindset, which is essential as a trader to look at. Now, here is, we can see from this level here, from the 4 hour, we can see that bounce for this pullback, and we can see another bounce, narrow pullback, the market potentially trending, creating series of higher and higher lows. So looking at the, if you guys look at it, you can see that this is the lower time frame here on this one, and again going back to the lower time frame, 15 minutes. You guys look at it, you can see that I always look at the multi-time frame. There is a reason behind it. When you look at the multi-time frame approach, you can see market from a very bigger picture perspective. Now looking at the 5-minute chart, we can see that this is where sideways movement, and with that sideways movement, also the 1-minute chart, we can see a complete sideways market, and in that sideways market, this is where in that sideways market we will be waiting for the price to show up to find out proper entry opportunity. Now XAUSD sideways, looking at the euro dollar and the other instrument, looking at the euro dollar, we can see that this is also in an uptrend. So you can see the dollar pairs currently in an uptrend. Euro dollar from here, this is also a very strong impulse followed by this correction, and we can see that another impulse followed by sideways movement, and we can see that this is where currently the market in a move. Looking at the 1 hour chart, where this is an impulse correction, the market is forming series of higher and higher low, which is an uptrending market structure, wanting to see that the price is breaking above. And let's look at XAUSD, where again looking at the trend, is very important. Trend is your friend as long as you are trading. So let's look at patience is key, as I mentioned, guys. When the market in a sideways, opening a trade is just losing trade, so you have to be patient to find out the proper entry. Let's look at Euro USD and XAUSD, which is basically in this market. On XAUSD, this is a structure. With that structure, we might see the market potentially from that structure coming down here. Yeah, this is what you can see. So we might see the local downtrend here and an important level of support. Five minutes perspective here, bearish price action in that area coming here. Pretty important level of support. A very important level of support, expecting for the market to trend in that direction to create a new lower low. This is a semicircular structure. Want to see it's coming back here to that support level, and We can see the market here forming series of lower high, coming back to that support. From the 1 hour chart here, also coming back to that support. Sideway movement on XAUSD, wanting to see that, giving us proper entry opportunity. So we can see the 5 minutes a bearish price action formation on XAUSD. I think we might see some downside pressure here. Let's look at the daily. The only restriction for me here is the trend, and I always try to avoid trading against the trend. Trading against the trend is going against the flow, and even in the lower time frame, especially I look at the daily trend, where daily trend is very important when you look at a market. Trading, especially if you look at the trend on the daily time frame, that's where you will find out, because daily time frame is neither a very higher time frame nor the lower time frame. So when you look at the trend on the daily time frame, you kind of see the overall picture in that market. So from that point of view, if you look at the daily here, you can see this is the daily trend, where there is a support here, a bounce followed by this pullback, and you can see another bounce followed by deeper pullback, and we can see that with this bounce here, pretty strong bounce. And looking at the lower time frame, okay, so you can see that 5 minutes perspective, this is a structure formation here, and with that structure on XAUUSD, because it's a locally, if you guys look at, you can see the 1 minute price action is a downtrend, but the global trend is up. So we can see some misalignment with the bigger picture and the smaller picture. So this is what you can see here on XAUUSD. Therefore, I will be only entering the trade when the market lower time frame is aligning with the higher time frame. So let's look at that point here. Let's look at the euro dollar. Also, we can see some sideways movement. If you guys look at, you can see Forex factory calendar here. So looking at the calendar, here is this is where ADP non-farm employment change coming up later today, which is an hour later. We could see a very good move, and that's why you can see the market moving currently in a sideways. We might see that breakout with the ISM service PMI as well as the ADP non-farm employment change. Those are two major news coming up, and therefore we could see that this is a very strongly trending market. We would like to see, there should have been some kind of breakout for entry, as we can see on euro dollar and XAUSD in this choppy manner. And in the meantime, guys, you can write on the live chat how it's going. Euro USD view, bro. Okay, please, can you look at GBPJPY? Yeah, how are you, brother? I'm good, thank you very much. Dollar yen, made some profit with your call yesterday to go long. That's a good job. Keep that profit in your trading account. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is another very important, as I have seen in my own experience and also mentoring thousands of traders, is that there is a tendency when you have a winning trade, there is a tendency to lose that again in the next trade, right? So which is a very common phenomenon. It's because of some of the psychological aspect of trading, and once you become aware of that, you started to become better trader. Especially when you have a couple of winning trades, you'll see there is a tendency to lose again. There are two reasons behind it. One is a psychological. Another way, we can say the belief, which is very important to look at. A belief. Okay, so belief is a primary factor in that situation. Why? Because when you look at when liquidity or the money flowing your account. Okay, so you need to learn to hold on to that, because if you think that you are worthy of this, first step is to realize that you are worthy of this money flowing towards you, and people just give away sometime, not realizing that, because as a matter of fact, for some, gaining is sometimes a kind of resistance. So we sometimes resist, and what we resist persist, right? So we resist sometime flowing money into our trading account. So you need to first believe that you are worthy of that, so that you can keep that on your trading account. So sometime I have seen some trader, when a couple of winning trades, they try to just get rid of that fund again to go back to where they were. So that's why it is important that you always keep awareness, that to keep that account growing, and that's why it's so important that you always keep awareness, so that you can keep that fund in your account. So with that in mind, let's look at here on euro dollar again, looking at the lower time frame from the 1 hour. This is also bull market, so also we will be looking for bullish opportunity in this market. So let's look at XAUSD. Here is we can see this is where lower time frame. Looking at the 15 minutes perspective, 5 minutes perspective, again both of this instrument in major trend is up, so we need to look at an uptrending market structure. So you can see XAUSD, and looking at Euro USD also, this is where the euro dollar, looking at 15 minutes, the lower time frame, this is an uptrend, impulse correction, the market is forming series of higher high and higher low, which is an uptrending market. Both of this euro dollar and XAUUSD, both of these currently in a trend, and euro dollar, we can see locally moving up here. Okay, so want to see that a potential trend. XAUUSD as well, lower time frame. Here is slowly gap open. This is a very not pleasant market for me to enter, because you can see it's pretty choppy, and in this kind of market, whenever you will be entering, just return back and reverse back. That's a very, very not good market to trade on. Looking at euro dollar, also pretty choppy. Looking at any other instrument that trending at the moment, if you guys look at, you can let us know. Gbpusd, this is one, Gbpusd also sideways. Let's currently look at some of the instrument. AUD USD, USD pairs are trending. AUD USD also in a trend, which is in an uptrend. British pound US dollar also in a trend. So a move correction, the market creating series of higher high and higher low, which is an uptrending market. From here, an impulse correction, the market is forming series of higher high and higher low. And sometime, you know that trading is the, in terms of boredom, trading is in fact boring, isn't it? And that's why also primary reason many traders lose because of the boredom. And you know that in terms of feeling, boredom is the worst kind of feeling that people might have. And that's why you'll see that if you sit down in front of the chart for long period of time, sometimes you'll take a trade which is not there, which is a very common phenomena. And awareness is key. That's why I always tell that. And boredom is very sometimes very annoying, and that's why being a trader means you have to be comfortable or being uncomfortable or being bored, but it's still not being on board. Okay, so even if you are bored, don't be on board. If you are not ready for it, it's very important, and that's what makes a better trader. When you are bored but you are not on board, unless you have the boarding pass. So it is very important to look at in terms of, you know, that becoming a better version of yourself as a trader. All right, so hope that you guys are learning and growing, and thank you for your support to the channel. We will have a live session NFP on, of course you have live NFP. We will be trading live. I'm new to the Forex trading. I'm learning. Well done. Thank you for joining. Yeah, absolutely. If you're new, you're welcome. And the only thing for the new, how many traders here new? So anyone here within, let's say 1 year, that I would say the new trader, you can write on the live chat to know that if you are a new or experienced. So anyone, you know, if you are a new trader, it's very essential that the first step for you is to focus on developing a better trading psychology. Okay, this is the halfway. Trading since a year and a half now, so yeah, I would say that still young. So, you know, as I mentioned, developing a trading psychology is the key, because, you know, if you are coming in the academy, I can give you the strategy, I can teach you the strategy, you can learn the strategy. We have our trading tools, AI trading tool, many other things that we can provide you, but the psychology that you need to develop on yourself, though I can train you to find out where the mistakes, but the best outcome will come when you place an effort from yourself to develop that psychology. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, that's the question. How do you develop a better trading psychology? Two months now. Okay, so you are also new trader. How do you develop that? How do you do that, guys? How do you develop a better trading psychology? So you can see here lower time frame AUD USD as well. One hour. Thank you. How do you develop that? So anyone has any answer for that? This is very important to look at. So finding a way to develop a better trading psychology is by introspection, right? So which is very few people do. Reflection, introspection on your trading and journaling. Okay, understanding, because everyone has a different personality type. Depending on who you are, and finding out who you are is very important. To develop a better trading psychology, I think you should just trade and not think about the money. So if you anything you don't want to think, you started to think, because this is what happens. So if you don't want to think something, then you keep thinking about it, because it's involuntary. Therefore, what we need to do is not try to not to think, but to focus on the process. Okay, so which is staying in the process. Let me give you the the how it works. So if you look at, in our brain, anything we do, there is a habit to it. Okay, so if you look at, let's say there are two habits we might have. One is good trading habit, the other is a bad trading habit. Now anything we do, we create a neural pathway in our brain, which is a habit. Repetitively we do it, and we create that neural pathway in the brain. So once we do something repetitively, it creates a neural pathway. Now better trading habit, so if you want to do something permanently, change of habit, you need to do it that over and over again. So if you can do something for 21 days, you develop that habit, you develop that neural pathway. Okay, so to develop a better trading psychology, the first step is to find out a strategy that you want to trade in that way, and then doing it for, you don't need a lot of trades to build that neural pathway, to develop that belief inside your mind that, okay, this is how it works. Just a couple of trades, and then build that neural pathway, build that habit, and then it becomes automatic. So focusing on the process and waiting, not enforcing too much. Okay, so if you keep thinking that, okay, I'm not being able to up to the standard, I'm not being able to develop a very good trading psychology, once you become too much attached to it, it might get very difficult. So focusing on the process, it takes time, you might make mistakes, but allowing it to grow over time, that's how you can develop better trading psychology. Simplest way. Okay, so let's in that way, and also staying connected with the community, which is helpful, and that's why this community here we grow, and there's a lot coming up very soon, guys. Stay tuned. We have a lot, since we started this academy, there is a lot of resource here, and there are more being updated, so stay connected for more. Now let's look at XAUUSD again in this time frame, lower time frame, looking at XAUUSD, which is okay, so here is sideway. Let's take a break for 1 minute and we'll be back. Thank you. All right, so you can see some bearish move in that area. Okay, so guys, you can see this is the 5-minute chart. Here is from this resistance, there is a bearish move here in that area, and with this bearish move, okay, so this is a bearish move in that area. This is a resistance. After this move, it dropped back here. What is it trying to do? Sideways or trend? What do you think that XAUSD, which way heading? Let me post a poll. What you guys are thinking about that? Your opinion is important. So I'm putting a poll here. Do you think it's gonna be bullish or bearish? I've given a post pool here, so let us know here. What do you think? It's gonna be bullish today or bearish? Now here is locally the market little confused, that I would say, because of the news coming up, and it's essential to look at this gap open. Now, my bias is still bullish because, you know, as I mentioned, the major direction of the trend is bullish. If you look at the daily here, today's low is here. Now, for me, for finding a bullish entry, will be here in that area, and would like to see that it's showing that bullish market structure. We'll be looking for entry as soon as you'll find that. But locally here from this level trying to bounce. What's your opinion on that? Drop and buy, drop and buy, bullish. Okay, so you mean that when the market will drop, you're gonna buy, but what level? That's a very important point to look at, isn't it? So if you look at the daily here, daily price action is pretty strongly bullish. Therefore, dropping down to the daily support is where the entry, that's what we will be looking for. And here is, you can see that this is a move, expecting for a pullback and then to continue to rise. Now 30 minutes lower time frame, here is the 30 minutes price action, a bullish bullish engulfer potentially forming. 15 minutes also, that one here. Yeah, after this drop from this 20 EMA, some rejection. Please check, look at XAUSD. Yeah, this is what we are looking at. XAUSD forming that bull market, and with this structure formation here, this is a support. Okay, so support here, Support here, support here, support here. From that support, a bounce pullback we can expect for the market to trend in that direction. Here's the support, expecting for the market to potentially return to the upside. Here is not a very, I wouldn't say it's a very good entry area, but once we see the price prepared, we can look for that potential entry. You can see the price bounce, pullback, expecting for the market to trend. So looking at the euro dollar, also keep pushing up here on euro USD. Thank you. A move pullback, the market is in a trend. Change the music. Let's do it. Have a lot big library of music, so find out the best one. Hip hop. Euro dollar, XAUSD, AUDUSD. Absolutely. Euro dollar, we can see that move on euro dollar. Market is forming series of higher low. So lower time frame, some bounce. It might lead back to that resistance line. couple of long wick candles. More pullback, the market slowly trending, and in that trend where it's an important level. Here as you can see from this support, expecting for the price to return to the upside where there is a high liquidity. If you guys enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up. I see likes is almost nearly to the views, so I would appreciate if you make it to higher to 50, and join the free Telegram channel to stay connected for all the promotions, educations every single day posting in the channel, along with some of the new tools that coming up will be available for all of you. We'll see guys very soon on the website as well to see, along with the Academy membership, you're gonna get access to the exclusive all the tools, and also what's happening is this music. Okay, here is this is a very, I would say that it's rarely happen this kind of structure, expanding triangle, right? So expanding in both direction, like the universe is always expanding, isn't it? According to science, the universe is expanding since the Big Bang, and then it might start to contract again, isn't it, before another one. So it's expanding. You can see that here is, okay, it's expanding in both direction. And when we see this kind of market structure, okay, so we can see that here is this move. Okay, here is a move. The market is a move, expecting for the market to potentially to trend. Probably will see that trend here. A bullish engulfer, 15 minutes chart. This is a bullish engulfer. Now this price action here might form a potential inverted head and shoulder. From the 15 minutes, what could see that the market may form a potential inverted head and shoulder and could trend in that direction, but still not fully ready for an entry because it's an, as we discussed, it's an expanding triangle. We might see that a breakout in that direction potentially to the upside. And here is a bounce, a triangle formation. Want to see that trending in that direction. Still not very impressive to me yet. Eurusd also. We're almost nearly 2 hours, but unfortunately today the market is in a sideways, so you couldn't have a proper entry. It happens sometimes. Some days you need to be without a trade, but there might be coming up news, so be patient, guys. Let's look at in 10 minutes time coming up. Dollar ADP non-farm employment change, waiting for the data to come up, and then once we see the market had a breakout or a breakdown, we can look for that entry in this market. Let's look at that here on the 1 hour chart. Looking at this market with this bounce from this level, a doji, another bullish candle, wanting to see the price is heading, creating series of higher high and higher low, which is in a trend. Look at the 15 minutes, 5 minutes chart. Okay, the 1 minute chart. Here is a local structure. Coming up in 7 minutes. this is a very not a very impressive market still to enter. I think the news might bring that back. Looking at here on the lower time frame, doji and double top, expecting it to trend. With this doji formation, the market structure is not very still in our favor until we see that the data coming up. Euro dollar trending, which is in an uptrend, but actually USD not in a very good trend, and we'll be waiting to see. Okay, so you can see from here, this is an impulse here, and with that impulse, you can see this is a resistance where there is a liquidity, and with the double bottom formation, we might see that the market potentially trending to the upside to the resistance line where there is a high liquidity. Look at the lower time frame. And before the data release, guys, make sure you give a thumbs up for more updated education. Also, you can visit the channel, watch all the live sessions as well as the educational content that I'm posting every day. Okay, so from here we can see that rejection. Here is an impulse to the resistance. From here, this is the impulse. Again, this is XAUSD, not a very impressive market to trade on. Looking at the euro dollar, which is basically, you can see that the market is in a trend. Okay, now euro dollar from the 5 minutes after this bounce has dropped back to the support level, lower time frame support. It's very smaller peep. If it is a higher time frame, I would look to buy from here. From here, potential move. There is the structure formation, and this is a rejection here. What's the result of the data has come out? Let's look at. Calendar. We can see that here, and that's a big difference. 183k, 148k, so it's a huge difference. And after this move, we can see that with the data, I think we have seen that dollar has got a stronger, and that caused euro dollar to drop in that area. So let's look at to find out if it is causing euro dollar to reverse. Let's look at the daily, weekly, daily. How has this impacted XAUSD? Not much of it. And here's the daily, intraday, 15 minutes. All right, so we can see that here is a long week, and euro dollar from this doji getting a rejection, and with that rejection coming up, we might see the market potentially coming to that level here. From here, it's melting. Now you could see that potentially coming back to that support and then moving up. lower time frame price action, we can see it's coming to that support. All right, so we can see after the data some lower time frame downtrend, and I think euro dollar may for short term could come back, as this is a resistance line. So for us, for potential entry, though it is in an uptrend, we might see some short-term downtrend here. On XAUSD also there's some bearish pressure. 5 minutes, a big drop here on XAUSD. The lower time frame, this is the 1 minute chart. A bearish engulfer on the 1 minute euro USD, XAUSD. Okay, so looks like that we might see some short-term downtrend on gold, potentially to this level. And in that perspective, if we look at, here is 5 minutes, 1 minute chart. One minute bearish price action. For us to enter, so two important liquidity candle formation. Could see that downward pressure in that area. Okay, so both of this instrument on XAUSD and euro dollar is rearranging for potentially change of trend. But XAUSD, you can see it's a long-term uptrend, and due to the data release, we might see some short-term downtrend here. But I will still be waiting for a proper confirmation. For if there is any change of trend, we should be able to see a clean confirmation. Otherwise, we'll be waiting for potential reversal for trading with the major direction of the trend. So with that being said, trade less today, as it is NFP week, guys. Tomorrow and after tomorrow gonna be very volatile. Today also, later today, we will be looking to see any trade coming, and if there is anything, then definitely will be looking for entry opportunity. I believe that you learned something from here. It's not about always trading, it's also about learning and growing as a trader. I hope that you guys learn how to look at the market, how to do the analysis. If you found value in it, make sure you give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, stay connected by pressing that bell button, and I'll see you again very soon, trading live together. Stay ahead by staying fully disciplined as a trader. So with that said, thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon. Until that, stay well, stay happy.